And we're going to be running the program more so off the data part of it. We do really, really good with the human part of the program. We've produced over $104 million in production. I'll show you the numbers in a second. But where we're missing in the eyes of Zillow is that we're missing on some of our conversion metrics. And Zillow is a very, very hard program to keep. And so if you guys are wanting the opportunity to get in, there's obviously minimum standards and won't be like, oh, I could just come into the program and not convert. If you don't convert a lead within 25 leads, then you guys will go into like a 30-day kind of like a review period. And then after the 30 days, if you haven't converted anything, then we will pause your leads. But in that time, we'll be working closely with you on coaching, on dialogue, on the flow, and making sure that we're helping you achieve and get better. So it's not like, oh, you're paused and figure shit out. We're going to work closer with you guys to make sure that we're helping everyone. So we're going to just dial things in on the program. So I appreciate you guys being here and attending. So Andrea, this is your first time going, so I'm just going to put you on the spot this morning. Have you been on a call before?
Yes, I have.
Cool. So let's just run it back. So I'm going to connect the call to you, and we're going to book for the appointment. So hi, Andrea. This is Elias. I have Elias on the call. He'd like to see 123 Main Street. Can you take the call?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi. Good
Hello?
afternoon. Hi, this is Andrea.
Oh, hi. I was just talking to another guy. They connected me to you.
Hi, yes, you've reached Andrea. I'm here with EXP Realty, and okay, this is my first time doing this. I don't even know why. So yeah, okay.
It's okay. So let's do this. I'm gonna have Jordana do it first, and then I'm gonna come back to you. All right. So hi, Jordana. This is Alex with Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street. Can you take the call?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Hello.
This is Jordana Taylor with EXP Realty. Hello, can you hear me?
I can. Hi. I was just talking to Alex.
Yeah, no worries. So this is Jordana Taylor with EXP Realty, your Zillow Premier agent, and I see that you're interested in 123 Main Street. When did you want to go take a look at the property?
Yeah, I was just calling. Are you the listing agent for that property?
So I work with buyers on the property.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I'm gonna call her because we're trying to sell our property in we live in Los Altos. We're trying to sell our property. So I'm just give her a call then.
Oh, I love Los Altos. Whereabouts in Los Altos do you live?
Over there on 9th.
That's an awesome neighborhood, super close to all the restaurants. I love it. So I actually I work in the South Bay, Los Altos, Los Gatos, all those higher end neighborhoods. And I would love to learn a little bit more about your property and what you're looking for in terms of like timeline and to sell and buy.
Yeah, and the reason why is we're thinking about buying a new development in Sohay. It is in Hayward. And so we would think about using some of the proceeds from that sale to buy that house in Hayward. Do you know if the Hayward market's going to be super competitive?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. It sounds like you're pretty savvy when it comes to the real estate market. It really just depends on the house and the neighborhood. So what I can do is run for some comps for you first and foremost on your house and see kind of what your net would be on your current house so that we could crunch the numbers and see what your proceeds would buy to purchase on the next house. And I can run comps on the house that you're looking at in Hayward.
Okay.
And how competitive that might be as well.
We live in a super, super nice neighborhood in Los Altos and like very low crime. What's the crime rate like in Hayward?
Yeah, no, another good question. So what I can recommend, because everyone's threshold for crime is so different, what I can recommend is a couple of websites where you can look up like crime maps, and it has little heat maps and it'll tell you any type of crime that's occurred recently. Okay.
And then, all right. So then what should I do next? Like what should be my next step?
Yeah. So next steps would be why don't you tell me a few good times to go look at 123 Main Street? Let's set up that appointment. So what time?
I got 12:30 available.
Today?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let me just check seller availability and confirm our appointment for 12:30. Is there any other alternate time in case that's not available?
1:30.
Okay, perfect. So sometime between 12:30 and 1:30 today. So let me check seller availability, confirm our appointment. Do you prefer text or do you want me to call you back when
I'm old school. You can just call me.
Okay, I'll give you a call back to confirm our appointment. And then while I have you, were there any other properties that you wanted to go take a look at? We have that hour window of
I mean,
time.
if you know anything else that's newer development and maybe any new projects that are coming available in Hayward, we also consider New York and Fremont. Just depends. But so yeah, I'm open.
Okay, so you only want new construction, totally new development?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, we're open. You know, if you have some great opportunities, you know, we're open to whatever.
Okay,
Oh,
definitely. Can you tell me a little bit more about your criteria, and I can put together a few more properties for you?
you know, we don't want to exceed 900, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, a little bit of a yard.
Got it. Do you have dogs or kids that you're putting in the backyard?
I have kid dogs.
Got it.
Yeah, they're young. And I have a cat that's in heat right now that's running around acting like a freaking maniac.
Sounds intense. Okay, so let's find you.
It is.
Yeah, you got a lot going on. So let's find you a new construction home that'll fit the dogs and the cats and anyone else you want to put in there.
Cool. Sounds good.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, perfect. So let me confirm that appointment for 123 Main Street. I'll put together a few other properties for us to go see as well. I'll give you a call back and let you know what our tour schedule is like. And then while I have you, let's also set up a time for me to come by and look at your house and walk through the house and bring you some comps on the house and see if it might work for any of my current buyers and talk about marketing strategy for putting on the market.
Yeah, let's just meet first, and then you know, if we like you, then we'll take that next step.
Okay, sure, we can definitely do that.
All right, cool. Well then,
okay,
I look forward to hearing right back from you.
Okay, perfect. I will be in contact shortly. Talk to you soon.
Perfect. Thank you. See
Okay.
you soon.
Bye.
All right, cool. Really great job, Jordana. I know I threw a couple curveballs, but you know, I think what you guys can all take away from her style is that there's this the full sense of control, right? You know, at no time did you not feel that Jordana wasn't a leader. She led through the process. She identified that, you know, I wanted to see the house and kind of narrowed down what I was looking for. But every single step of the way, I felt like I wasn't waiting for like, okay, well, what's next? Like she took charge. She owned the conversation. She was able to lead me through all the way until the end. And I think that's what it takes to get these people. At the end of the day, just book the appointment and let them know that you're somebody that's going to be able to, you know, walk you through the process and be that leader and be that educator. And I feel like I get that every time that I talk with you. I think that I don't know, that's just kind of your personality. You're super tenacious, super to the point, and I don't feel like you pull any punches. But that's just your style of communication. So good job, Jordana. Let's head back over to you, Andrea. So same thing. So I'm going to take it a little bit more easier on you since you're brand new at this, but
Yeah.
let's go ahead and run it back. So hi, Andrea. This is Alex. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street. Can you take the call?
Yes, I sure can.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, this is Andrea.
Hi, hello.
Hi, is Alex?
Elias.
Oh, Elias. Hi, Elias. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Uh,
About your interest in 1, 2, 3, 4.
oh, I love dogs and I love the outdoors and I love music.
And okay. Let's see what's the next step. Oh man, sorry, I'm a little shaken
Right, so let's run it back. I don't want you to break character at all.
Yeah,
just treat me as if I was a client. So hi Andrea, this is Alex. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street. Can you take this call?
Yes, I can.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, this
Hi.
is Andrea.
Hi Andrea.
Hi. Hi, Elias. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good. So
Who are you? Why?
this is Andrea with EXP Realty, and I hear you're interested in 1, 2, 3, 4 Main Street.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I love it.
Tell me a little bit why you're interested in 1, 2, 3 Main Street.
Oh, I just want to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to go and take a look at it. Do I book that through you?
Well, let's go over a few things first before we book that. But so tell me a little bit about what you're looking for and where you're at in your pre-approval process.
We're not pre-approved, and we're just really starting out, and we just saw that house and we wanted to go and check it out.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so what I can do is get you started with one of my preferred lenders. We can kind of see where you're at with your budget, and as well as we can also set you up for an appointment for at 1, 2, 3, 4 Main Street, and also see other homes with that fit your criteria. How does that sound?
Okay, so I have to get pre-approved first.
I would suggest we definitely get pre-approved first. That way we know if this is you could fit this home in particular.
Mhm.
But let's go ahead and sit down for an appointment. See, okay.
It's okay. So Andrea, this is why we do this, because
Yeah.
the traditional way of booking an appointment was family, occupation, recreation, dream. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Why are you looking at purchasing a home? Tell me a little bit about your criteria. Oh my God, there's babies and all these things, right? That's from the relationship building, which is still important, and stay with me. What Zillow asks and requests of us is that we focus on ALM. It's appointment, location, motivation. What I felt as a consumer is that there was a barrier of entry. The barrier of entry felt like the old school style of doing real estate. It states, oh, are you pre-approved? Okay, cool. Well, let's get you pre-approved first, then we're going to go see it. No, go out and just show them the home and be that person that is the start and is the great emancipator of the dream. The more homes that Jordan, can you mute yourself?
Oh my gosh.
So be the great emancipator of the dream. So what I'm saying is that, so cool. You want to see 123 Main Street? Wonderful. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and set up an appointment. Can you guys see the property today or tomorrow? Okay. Wonderful, awesome. Now, while you're in the area, I want to also show you a couple other homes that fit that same exact criteria. And Andrea, just so I know, where are you and the family at in the home buying journey? Or where do you guys live now? Right? Oh, we're doing this. So they're going to tell you a little bit more, but you never want it to feel like, oh, well, I can't go see a home because I'm not pre-approved.
Right. Okay.
They might not get pre-approved. They might be cash buyer. They might have just came into a big old lump sum. You never know. So the idea is just book the appointment and go get in front of the people. And that is it. So it's appointment, location, motivation. When we talk about the motivation, a lot of that's going to come on the follow-up call. Hey, Andrea, I'm just following up with you. It's Elias. Yep, I just want to let you know that I was able to confirm 123 Main Street. I also hooked you up. We're going to go see 125 and 126 Main Street that are less than a mile away from that property. And while I have you, just want to know a little bit of the backstory. Where are you guys at in your journey? Who's coming with you? Just want to be able to prepare for our meeting today or tomorrow. Right? So a lot of that the motivation will come on that second call. So all you need to do is focus on hooking for the appointment on that very first call. Appointment and location.
Wait, okay, so the A is the appointment, location, motivation. Okay.
Correct. And then the Zillow Flex handbook is in Slack. And if somebody can grab that for me and post that in the chat, that would be wonderful. If not, I'll just have you search it in Slack.
Okay,
but
sure.
You did a really good job. I'll come back to you, but I think that you did a really, really good job. Moss, you had your hand up, brother. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so Moss is in the Team Fast mobile office. If you don't own that Tesla, you guys know that is the Team Fast car. All right, so so we're gonna run it back. Moss, have you done this before?
I did with Ben.
Perfect.
Like yeah.
All right, so we're gonna have some fun then. All right, so Moss, you're going to follow up with me. I called in 10 minutes ago. We booked for 123 Main Street. Now you're calling to follow up with me to secure that appointment and find out a little bit more about where I'm at in the buying process. All right. So this is the follow-up call after you've already set the appointment with the seller and you're calling me to confirm.
Oh, okay. So I'm a buyer agent and
Correct.
You are the buyer.
Client.
I just called to confirm that you already made an appointment.
No. So I'll just let's take it for context here. I called into Zillow, connected with you, just like I did with Andrea. You said, cool, let me check the seller availability, and then I'm gonna get right back to you. Now you're calling me to confirm that we're gonna go see the house and have a little bit more of that rapport building conversation. So that's it.
Okay.
All right. Hello.
Hi.
Hi,
Elias.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Who's this?
Moss, I just talked to you earlier.
Oh, hi, Moss.
Hey, so I just checked with the listing agent that so you told me that you wanna check the house tomorrow around 9 a.m.
Yes.
So that works.
Perfect.
Yeah. So just to be sure, just tell me a little bit, what is in the house that interests you?
It's just we like Craftsman, we like that area. You know, it's just we've always wanted to live in Maxwell Park.
Oh yeah, because the property there's like a 2 stories, about 1,000 square feet, 2 bedroom and 2 bathroom. The reason why I asked you because I see that we have like a couple more properties, like a couple blocks away that you may be interested in.
Perfect.
But yeah, but it's the structure of the house is a little bit different. So I'm just want to see if you kind of like open to check them out too.
Yeah, yeah, I'm open if it's close.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So tomorrow, 1, 2, 3 Wednesday at 9 a.m. So I'm just gonna try to see if I can book the other 2 property. It should take another an hour. Is if that works for you, everything's gonna be done by 10:30.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Besides that, you have any other question for that property or
No, that's good.
okay? Is this so how many people gonna go check your house with you? Just you or your family or
Yeah,
anyone
so it's
coming with
me,
you?
my wife, 3 kids.
Oh, 3 kids, everybody coming together?
Everyone's coming. Yep.
Oh, wait, yeah, sounds fine. I'm so excited for you. I'm looking forward to see you, all of you guys tomorrow.
Okay, perfect, perfect.
Okay, yeah. My name is Mars. Okay, I'll check with you again tomorrow. Just to confirm everything. I'll call you around 8:30 to confirm again, and then I'll see you at 9 a.m.
Good, Moss. I look forward to it.
All right, thank you.
Okay,
Have a
Moss.
good day. Bye bye.
Yeah, good stuff, Moss. Good stuff. So a couple things here. So I know you got a little bit nervous, but it's totally okay.
Okay.
Instead of asking him, you know, like, what do you like about that particular home? So tell me, you know, Moss, like, why now? You know, what's motivating you guys to become homeowners now? Or where are you at in the home buying journey, right? And I like that. So it's like, and then when you ask me, like, who's going to be coming with me, I would expect as a consumer a layered question on that. So who else is
Okay.
coming with you? Oh my God. So it's the family. I get to meet everybody. How old are the kids? Okay, cool. Awesome. Silas, there's Larissa, there's Kai. Awesome. Awesome. And then your wife's name is? All right, here's what I'm going to do right after is I'm going to set up a group chat that way we're all in communication. Let me take
Oh,
down your
okay.
wife's number really quick. All right, perfect. So be on the lookout for a quick video or a text message. That way you have my information so we can all communicate. And then I'll see you in the family tomorrow at 10:30. And I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. Like it's such a
Oh,
great way for you to build that rapport. And then when you meet the family, I'm like, oh my God, is this Silas, the crazy one that they talked about? Like, you know, like have that dialogue and have that like personal touch. So, but Moss, really good job overall.
all right. Thank you.
All right, good stuff. All right, Joe, you had your hand up, bro. That means he's ready. Okay, Joey, let's run it back, bro. Take yourself off mute.
There we go.
All
Sorry.
right, cool. All right. Hi, Joey. This is Alex calling from Zillow. I have Elias on the call. He'd like to see 123 Main Street. Can you take the call?
Yep, send through, please.
Hello.
Hello? Hey, is this Elias?
This is. Hi, who's this?
Hey, this is Joey. I was wondering, I saw that you were interested in 123 Main Street. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is. You know, Joey, and I appreciate you taking a little bit of time. So, Joey, we live in the Oakland Hills, and my son got a drone for Christmas, and we were flying this drone over, and we noticed that there was a piece of land that was like vacant, and then so we drove down there, and we noticed that there's a piece of land in the Oakland Hills, and you know, it says for sale, and so like I was calling, like. I don't know much about that. Is that something that would make sense? Could we build there? Could we put a manufactured home there? Like, what would something like that entail? I'm just curious.
Okay, so do you happen to know the address or what is the street nearby? Or you said it's in
Yeah,
Maxwell?
remember I told you it's 123 Main Street.
Okay, sounds good. What I could do is I could just contact the listing agent just to see the disclosures and see if there's any hazard things that we might see or any plans that are drawn, any electrical that's there or any plumbing. And that way we can have a better idea of what we could actually put on there. So how about this, Elias? I'm
So
contacting.
it comes down to like utilities.
Yeah, utilities, plumbing, and everything. I want to contact the listing agent to see if all that is there, and then I will get back to you in less than 2 minutes and confirm that with you if that's
Yeah,
okay.
that's cool. And then Joey, you know, do you know people that are contractors? Like how much would it cost to build a home in Oakland versus just, you know, maybe buying a home that's already built? And mind you, I'm really new at this.
I'm glad you asked that question, Elias. I have all over about 200 agents that's working in the same team, and I'm pretty sure one of them have a good referral with contractors, any plumbings. So I'll get that answer back to you as soon as we can find out disclosure about this land for you.
Okay, cool. And then we're also considering purchasing a home, but we don't want to spend over 900,000 in the Oakland Hills. Do you know if there's any inventory that fits that criteria?
Yeah, one of our colleagues just listed a home in Maxwell Park. Is in 452 Yellow Street. Do you happen to want to go look at that home?
No, I don't want Maxwell Park. I want the Oakland Hills.
Or the Oakland Hills? Okay, I could definitely look that up, and I could actually make an appointment and to go see it this upcoming weekend if you're available.
If you find something, yeah.
Okay, most definitely. And I will contact what I will do is I'll contact the listing agent for the disclosure for the land, and I'll find out for some properties, and I'll send it to her. And what is your email, by the way?
It's in the Zillow thing. It's elias@fastagents.com.
Okay, sounds good. I will send you those properties, and once you see anything that's interested you, just send it my way, and I'll make the appointment as soon as possible.
Okay, cool, awesome. So then I'll hear back from you soon, because so I shouldn't just go over there and walk on the property.
Yeah, because sometimes when land something, there's hazard things. The slope might be too slopey. It might be too dangerous for the buyers to go in. So let me just confirm that with you after I contact the listing agent.
Okay, cool, awesome. Well, then I'll talk to you in a minute.
Sounds good, Elias. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, cool, awesome. All right, so Joey, I threw you off a little bit.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
It's totally okay. It's by design, right? So we want to make sure that as soon as somebody asks for land, wonderful, that's a great question. What is leading you to want to build a house? You know about building houses? Do you know about architecture? Are you a builder yourself? Tell me a little bit about that, right? Okay, perfect. So a couple things that we need to find out for you to make sure that this land will work for you. We need to we need to look at the sloping. We need to we need to look at the utilities and what this property or what this piece of land is zoned for. So let me check seller availability for showings of the land, and I'll get right back to you. You said, let me check with the listing agent a couple times. We want to remove that from our vocabulary, from our vernacular. We want to use the terms seller availability to check with the land. So I think that you had the right idea of what we were doing, but there was 2 times where you weren't listening to me. The first time it's like, oh, do you know the address? You repeated the address when you started the call.
Yes,
then you asked me, do I know the address? What am I instantly thinking as a consumer? Homie's not listening to me, right? Giving him an opportunity, homeboy's not listening to me. The second thing that you said was towards the end. It was, there was one other thing that you asked me, but anyways, there was another key point there where I felt like you weren't listening because I had to repeat myself. And then you checked if you said, we have to check the sloping and if it's too slopey. I don't know if slopey is a word. And so like, be really, really particular. Oh no, here's where it was. I told you that I wanted to see if there's anything available in Oakland Hills, and you lit up and I was like, oh, dude knows his inventory. Yeah, one of my team members just listed a home in Maxwell Park. I'm like, hold on, I didn't say Maxwell Park. I said Oakland Hills, right? And so just what we do as salespeople is that sometimes we think too much and we get ahead of ourselves. Just be present in the moment, right? Try to hang on to every single word that they're saying. Try to pause, be like, all right, Jordana, I hear you. Okay, just so I understand, you're looking in the Oakland Hills. Is there any other surrounding areas? Is Montclair on your radar as well? Right? Is Piedmont on your radar as well? Is it only the Oakland Hills? Okay, cool. Like be able to pause, live in the moment, because I felt like each step of the way you wanted to answer it. It's okay to answer it, but it's also okay to let the information come to you, process the information, and then re-engage based on how you how you feel. So just slow down, bro, and really check your words, because I don't think slopey is a word.
Yep.
But overall, I know that's a hard one. So good job overall, Joey, and good job like pulling that out of your pocket, regardless of where it is. Like, you know what? Hey, I think one of my team members just listed a home. It's in Oakland. Let me double check the address really quick, because I think it's really close to Oakland Hills. If not, I'll let you know. But like being able to say, hey, I do have some off market. I do have some inventory that I know of. That's good stuff. So I liked where you were going with that. but it just felt like it was off. Your timing was off because it wasn't the community that I'm looking in. But overall, Joey, good stuff. Let's go to the Misty Matthews shows. Are you ready? She's parked. She's ready. She's ready to go.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. Hello. Hi, this is Alex calling from Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Vacaville. Can you take the call?
Yes, Alex. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Hello, is this Elias?
This is. Hi, who's this?
Hi, Elias. This is Misty Matthews. I'm a Zillow Premier agent with EXP, and I heard you want to take a look at 123 Main Street.
Yeah, you know what? We actually live in Oakland right now, and we've been considering a move in. I work in San Pablo. My wife works in Sacramento, and so we're thinking about a midway place would probably be like Fairfield, Sassoon, or Vacaville. And we know that it's a little bit more inexpensive to be up in like those places. So we wanted to go check out that house in Vacaville.
Okay, perfect. Elias, how's your schedule today? I'm available at 2 or 3. Does that work for you?
Actually, 3:30 would work best. We got to pick up the kids and then yeah, that would work.
Okay, perfect. So since you got to pick up the kids, is the whole family going to come along?
No, so it would just be me, my wife, and the youngest, not the two older.
Okay, perfect. And what's your wife's name?
Amanda.
Amanda. All right. So I'll tell you what. Let's make it between 3:30, 4 o'clock. Give you a little leeway, and I'll meet you over at 123 Main Street.
Okay. And then Missy, I had a couple of questions because I know that the Bay Area market is super competitive. I'm a structural engineer, and so I've been doing a lot of reading, spending some time researching. We're super risk adverse, and so I don't want to get into a scenario where I'm paying 10, 20, 30% over in places like Vacaville. I just don't know if the value's there. So do you think that this particular home is going to be very competitive? And do you think we're going to have to pay 10, 15% over?
So Liz, I'll tell you what, I will definitely do my due diligence, but I say, let's go take a look at the property, and I'll have some information for both me, you, and Amanda to take a look at. And we'll talk about that because value in this market is not always a dollar sign. So I want to discuss that a little more with you when we talk about value and overpaying and what is exactly driving you to move.
When you say value is not always a dollar sign, what do you mean?
The value in moving to a different location midpoint. So I take it you guys are probably like commuting right now?
Correct.
Okay, so we'll think about quality of life. And who knows, we might go to 123 Main Street and you absolutely love it, right? So I say, let's go out, take a look at the property, crunch down some numbers, and see if it works. 3:30,
okay.
4 o'clock work for you?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, I have your information here. I will send you a text. And once again, this is Misty Matthews, Premier Zillow Premier Agent with EXP Realty, and I'm so excited to meet you and your family.
Okay, awesome. Well then, look forward to hearing back from you.
All right, see you at 123 Main Street.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yep, good job,
Bye.
Misty. Love it. I love the control. You just have this way of really taking control, similar to Jordana. I felt that your answers were a little bit rushed. I felt like same thing. It's just like slow down and like process this. Even if we have to kick things down the road a little bit, I don't want it to feel like I'm kicking it down the road, right? When I'm asking you if this property is going to be overpriced, in actuality, we'll have that conversation in person, but most of the homes that are selling right now are selling over asking price in the Bay Area. Now, it may mean that you're playing catch up for the next couple of years to get into value. If you're thinking about buying this house and selling within the next 1 to 2 years, you're probably not going to be in positive equity. But if this is something you're going to have and hold and live in and raise your kids for a while, then that's when the value is going to start to increase. And those are some of the things that I'm going to talk to you and Amanda about when I see you, right? So it's like you give them a taste, but you don't give it to them all, right? Because let's have that conversation about the market right now. What is winning and what's won in the last year? Well, what's won in the last year is perceived value, right? Misty, I love this fucking home and I'm going to spend $100,000 over asking price. Well, damn. So it's well over appraised value. Well, when that house closes, guess what the new benchmark is for a 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom house in that area? It's that, right? So the value was based on perceived value. So it's continuing to go up, and we're chasing and we're chasing and we're chasing, right? So to be able to educate your clients early on about these things, about what's happening and looking at the long picture. Listen, Mr. Johnson, if you bought a house in Vacaville 10 years ago, you were sitting probably on $250,000 worth of positive cash flow and equity in your home. Think about what's going to happen over the next 5 years as these new builders are going out to Vacaville so soon, and those markets are building even as far out as Dixon. You guys are going to see a huge amount of equity increase, over the next 5 years. And so I like what you were saying. Give them a little bit more and then hook them. Be like, cool, that's something we're going to talk about when I meet you, because now I'm hanging on to that. Now I'm looking forward to meeting Misty Matthews. That she's not just going to open the door. She's going to tell me some information that's going to help me and help me understand, because my engineer mind is super structured and this is how I'm thinking. You are going to come in with emotion, flavor, and excitement, and it's going to help to really shape the conversation a little bit differently, and also be able to let them know that you're going to line up 3 other homes to go see while you're in the area. Best use of my time is while you guys are out here. I know it's a stretch. I want to make the best use of your time. I'm going to hook you guys up. Let's go and see 3 or 4 other homes while you're in here, because I want to make the highest impact of your time while we're in this town. Cool, Misty, I'm with you, right? But overall, you have a great way of hey, she went right in for them. I understand you want to see 123 Main Street. Hey, I'm available at 3:30. Are you? Yes, I actually am. Thank you. So way to hook them right out of the gate. So overall, really strong call, Misty. Let's go to Jordan. And Jordan, if we don't see the dog kiss your face by the end of this call, then do you even really have dogs? All right.
This one, he's 15. He doesn't move. He does this.
The big black one that was just
they're outside chasing squirrels. He's gone. They're not coming back. I banished him to the shadow realm. They're gone. No, we're not doing that.
All right, Jordan. So let's run it back. So let's have some fun with this. So hi, Jordan. It's Elias calling from or Alex calling from Zillow. I have Elias on the line. Can you take the call?
Hey, Alex, I would love to take that call. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Awesome. Hey, hello. Hi.
Hello? Hi, Elias. Is this Elias?
This is.
Hey, fantastic. This is Jordan. I'm your Zillow Flex team liaison.
Okay.
Were you interested in viewing a property, or what brought you to the Zillow call today?
I am.
Fantastic. What's the address of a property that you're interested in viewing?
Oh, sorry. I told the other guy. It's 123 Main Street.
Not a problem. He did not pass that information on to me, but let me go ahead and get you set up to see 123 Main Street. Let's see, what kind of amenities does that property have that made you so interested in it?
We just like that area of Elk Grove.
That area of Elk Grove is what, okay, so are you working in Elk Grove, or do you have family there? What brought you to Elk Grove?
No, just, price point.
Got it. Understood. So price point is important to us. Okay. I'm just asking so that if 123 Main Street isn't available to view immediately, we can at least kind of get you signed up for a couple of other properties in that area. Does that make sense? Is that something you'd be interested in?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. So when are you available to go and look at 123 Main Street or other homes in the area?
Today between 3 and 5.
Okay. Yeah. I am also available to go and do that. I just need to reach out and see what the seller availability is so that I'm not overscheduling over them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Is there anything else I should know? Who else is coming with you to the showing?
Just my lady. Her name's Amanda. It's just going to be us 2.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. So if Amanda is going to come with us, would it make sense for us to go ahead and just set up a group chat so that I can stay in communication with both of you?
I guess. Yeah.
All right, let me get her number from you then, and I will set that up ASAP so that I can make sure that I'm communicating with everybody involved in the sale.
Okay, 555. Okay, perfect.
All righty. Any other questions that you have for me today, Elias?
Yeah, so I'm just want to slow down for a quick second. So is this house going to be competitive?
So by competitive, what information are you specifically asking for?
Like, is it gonna be competitive and like multiple offers? Because I'm hearing horror stories.
Well, I don't want you to be afraid. It's not a horror story out there just quite yet. This market is pretty competitive, but by competitive, when we're talking about multiple offers, part of my job is to be sure that your offer is going to be competitive. So we're going to lead the pack in terms of making sure that your offer is what works best for the seller. That doesn't always mean price. Sometimes that means that you know, they may need a little more time to move out of their home. It may mean that you need to get into that home a little quicker. There are kind of options that we can play with to make your offering package the most competitive one on the market. That's what me and my team seek to do. But once we get into the Elk Grove area and we start looking specifically in your price range, I can do that research and see specifically not only what that individual seller is looking for in terms of what they need out of the sale, but what we're able to offer them to kind of lead that edge. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I don't want you to be afraid. We're not to that point yet where we need to quite be so worried about that. But we are going to take care of you. We're going to make sure that we walk you through. My job as your agent is to be sure that you're not, you know, having an experience that you're going to look back on and go, wow, that was something straight out of This Is Us. We're going to make sure that you're taken care of.
I don't know the reference, but okay. What's next here?
Okay, so what's next is I'm going to hop off of this call with you. I'm going to hop onto my subscription service to see what listings we have for 123 Main Street and other houses in Elk Grove that are nearby, so that later on this afternoon when we meet, we can use the best amount of your time to get you into seeing as many houses as possible, so that I can kind of start to understand what particular qualities besides location are important to you and to Amanda as we move forward in the home buying process.
Okay, cool.
And then I'll give you a call back. I'll let you know if 123 Main Street is available for later this afternoon. And if not, you know, what else we can go and see.
Okay, perfect. Sounds really good.
Fantastic. All right, Elias, well, you have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.
Perfect. Love it. All right, cool.
Bye.
All right, Jordan. I know that was tough the first time, but good job overall. So let's talk a little bit about tone. So you have this very warm, charismatic, jovial tone to you, but that whole tone carried through the entire time. So what I saw, if we were looking at your tone and kind of like a pulse of how tone looks, your tone was constantly here. I would suggest that any given time to be able to have that high tone and that energy and that passion, because that's who you are. And oh my God, I'm excited and I love life. And yes, right. But at what time am I going to kind of bring it down? Because when I change my tone, it changes the feeling of the conversation. You know, when you said that, you know, like, well, it's not going to be scary. I don't want it to be scary. I want it to be a great experience, right? It's like that provokes a different tone, right? And so be cognizant of using this one tone throughout the entire presentation. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Be able to know when to drop an octave, maybe to go a little bit lower, then raise it back up, and then close on that high tone. So you have to think about it like this, and like the cadence of your presentation. You had a high cadence the whole entire time, but there was things
tend to be really shrill, and then to just maintain that.
Yeah, and so just you know, food for thought. You used the word liaison early on, and then you asked me what property I was calling in about when you knew the property. Anytime you get a Zillow call, you automatically know exactly what property they're calling about. Is that something? When you ask that question, what could you leave that open for? If I ask you, Jordan, is that something that you'd be interested in? What could you say?
I would say, or I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? My dogs are fighting.
If I asked you, is that something you'd be interested in, or is that something I can do for you? What could you potentially say? There's two answers here.
That I would say yes or no. Yeah, that I would either be interested or not interested.
So what we don't want to do is we don't want to put ourselves in a position where someone's saying no to us that early, right?
Sure.
Instead of that, here's what I'm going to do, right? Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do next. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set you up with, I'm going to set you up with 2 other homes to see while we're in the area, because I want to make the highest and best use of your time while we're out there. So let's do this. And then you ask, like, well, is the group chat, is that something that we could do? No, here's what we're going to do. I want to make sure that we're all in communication. Let me make sure to have your wife's contact information. That way we can all stay in the loop. So if you guys see things, you have questions, we can just put it in the chat. And then you talked about this, but it was long. You talked about, well, we don't always have to win on price. Well, it's price versus terms, right? Sometimes you don't always have to be the highest. You can have the better terms. And I'll talk to you about that when I meet you, about what my strategy is and how I'm going to get your offer accepted in this competitive landscape. Make sense? Cool. Perfect. Right? And so, like, shortening that down, less words, higher impact, price versus terms. And then you said subscription service. It sounds like a magazine to me.
I know. Yeah. As I was saying it, I was trying to think of like MetroList, and then I was like, that wouldn't make sense. Like a buyer wouldn't know what MetroList was. And then subscription was what came out of my mouth. And as I said it, I was like, that's not quite right.
But here's the thing, like, being conscious of these things now, you're like, wait a minute, did I really say slopey? did I really say subscription service? Right. So like, here's what I pride you guys in being and helping you guys become. And some of you are, are there, and some of you guys are working towards it. It's like being masterful at your communication, right? Masterful at your delivery, masterful at your discovery, and masterful at your discovery confirmation. And those things take work, right? It just takes work. But overall, I tell you what, here's the feeling that I had with you. I'm excited, right? When I talk to you, I'm excited, right? And so like, keep that spirit alive. It's a very positive spirit, but just be understand where your tempo is and where your flow is. But overall, is there 3 dogs there now?
I have 3 dogs and a cat, yes, and a stepson, but he's in his room, so you're not going to see that animal on camera.
All right, very cool. So overall, Jordan, really, really good job. So Panise, let's go over to you. Panise, you there?
Oh, yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. Hi, Panise. This is Alex calling from Zillow. I have Elias on the phone. He'd like to see 123 Main Street.
Sure, I can help him.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Elias. This is Penise, Zillow Premier Agent with EXP. How are you doing today?
I'm well. Yourself?
Doing great. Thanks for asking. I saw you were interested in seeing 123 Main Street. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, it's so me and my partner we're investors, and we're looking at this property. I know it's a 4-unit in Oakland. On the MLS or on Zillow, it says that one of them's renting for 2,500 and the other one's renting for 1,800. Do we possibly know what the rents are of the other ones and how long their lease is in the two? Because we're still trying to look at cash flow opportunities here and want to see if this would be a good investment for us.
Sure. So you're looking for investment properties in Oakland, is that correct?
Yeah, not to exceed 4.
Not to exceed 4. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I can ask these questions of the listing agent and kind of figure out the situation for rental, and we can run some numbers together to see if it's a good investment for you, if it's worth it of buying, and if the calculation makes sense. Is that something you're looking for?
Yeah, totally. And we're also looking for any other opportunities in Oakland, Berkeley, San Leandro, as well as San Pablo.
Okay, awesome. So once I have a better idea of how this property is working with the tenants and the rents and everything, would you like to see this property?
Yeah, we want to see it regardless if we can get in there, even if the units that we can't see are occupied right now. We still would like to see it and check out the neighborhood.
Okay, awesome. What time are you available today?
I'm available now.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this information for us and get a confirmation from the seller that we can take a look at the property, if there's any vacant unit that we can possibly see, so we have an idea how the other units are looking like, and then get back to you. How about that?
Cool. Yeah, good. I like that. And we're originally from Washington, so I don't really know what the tenant rights here are in Berkeley and in Oakland, the surrounding areas.
Right.
But I do understand that's a little bit more strict here. If we wanted to kick them out, are we able to do that if we buy the property?
So basically it depends on if they're 12-month contract or they're just like leasing month to month. But overall, we can't just kick them out for no reason.
Could we buy them out?
What was that?
Could we buy
There
them out?
has to be an agreement between the tenant and the landlord. There has to be either a specific reason or an agreement. You can't just buy the house and, ask them to leave.
Okay. And then for future forward thinking, is there rent controls, or are we able to hike up the rent based on what we believe the rent should be?
There are rent control all over the Bay Area. Again, depending on which area we find your property, then we can do some research to see how they look like how much you can increase the rent.
Okay. All right, cool.
But overall, you will be able to, if you're the new landlord, you can change up, we can increase, but not like however you want. There's some limits.
Okay, perfect. And then Panise, we're looking for somebody that has kind of a pulse on the Bay Area market to help us find these opportunities, that has access to the MLS, because obviously we don't have that. Would that person be you? And if so, why are you a good person to help us find investment opportunities?
Well, that's a great question, Elias. I'll be more than happy to help you with that. And the reason will be just a smooth experience for you. I've had experience with investors. I have investor meetings all the time. So you can count on me on getting you reports and, answer the questions you have. Even if I'm not sure about the questions, I will find the answer for you.
So where are you finding the opportunity? I think that's more importantly, it sounds like you have a good head on your shoulders, but how would we know that you're a type of person that's able to find these opportunities for us? How?
That's a good question. So I work with Team Fast with EXP Realty. We're about over 250 agents. So there's a lot of off-market opportunity. There's a lot of networking. I will be able to get off-market deals. And also, if I'm not sure about the area or property, I can just ask my teammates and, we can all help you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I like that. So Panise, what's the next step here?
All right. So the next step is I'll confirm our appointments and I'll try to figure out the situation with the tenants, how long they've been there, and how much is the rent and all that stuff, and then contact you to confirm the appointment with you. Now,
Yeah.
would you rather text or call?
You can call me.
Okay, perfect. I'll call you shortly.
Okay, perfect. Awesome, Panise. Look forward to talking with you.
Looking forward to seeing you, Elias.
Cool. Awesome. All right, guys. There's a word that comes up right now that is front of mind for me when talking to Panise, and it's poise, right? At no time did I feel like she was shooken up. Not one time during that whole entire conversation did I feel like I threw her off. Whether or not she didn't articulate in a way that made me feel like, damn, she's scared, she's intimidated. Like tone and poise was just like calm, cool, collected. You know what, Panise? That's actually a really good question. Let me answer that. That's another really good question, you son of a bitch, but let me answer that, right? It was just like this even cool tone about her that handled everything as soon as it came to her. And there was just this sense of like, man, like she put me at ease. And so Panise, like really great way. And didn't have all the answers, but you can let them understand like, hey, I got to do some more research. I got to understand, let's do the rent rolls. Let's do the research and make sure that there's positive cash flow opportunities for you. Let's look at the lease agreement when we could get them out. Let me let you know that it's only an X amount of increase that you can provide for, you asked for increases in rent every single year based on where the house is. So I think overall, Panise, like you handled that like a G. Straight up G. So really good job. I felt, super, super comfortable talking with you. So you guys, let's end there. We're 5 minutes over, but really, really good session. We're going to continue to do this. We're going to do this in person sometimes as well. And we're going to change it up a little bit, but we got some good news coming. So if you've been coming to these sessions quite a bit, so hang tight, you're going to have some good news coming soon, but have a wonderful, wonderful day. Once again, Happy New Year to each of you guys. And let's get out there and crush it and own our day, own our week.
Elias,
Yo.
it's Misty, real quick. Can we just real quick? I know we're over time and I respect everyone's time. Just real quick recap. So basically we go into this call with who I am, the property, their availability, who's coming, and then if someone else is coming, maybe grab their information and then what they like to see a few more homes. That's kind of like it, unless they throw us a curveball in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's not what they, so what I want you to do is I want you to take the Zillow handbook out of the chat, and it's not would they like to see other homes, it's you setting the tone for what's going to happen. So it's, in your inventory missing, but like, hey guys, while you're here, I know 3 other homes that just hit the market that fit that same exact criteria. I'm going to set appointments to go see those because I want to make the highest and best use of your time while you drive out here. Cool. Thanks for looking out for me.
Okay, good.
Yep. So it's appointment, location, motivation. That's the first call. Second call, you can dive in a little bit deeper. Oh my God, the touchy-feely stuff, the warm, fuzzy stuff, right? First call, appointment, location, motivation. And it's even more so, the appointment location. That is the most important. The M will come on the second. The pre-approval should not be part of this initial conversation at all. Go out there, show the home, meet them, open the door, build a relationship with them. Asking for the pre-approval does not need to be on this first call at all. Go out there and get a story for your Instagram. Go out there and show a dope ass home. Go out there and see a property that you've never seen before. Build your own knowledge base and go out there and make a new friend and build a new relationship. That's it. people that show the most homes are the people that are going to be in the most contracts at the end of the year. So appointment, location, motivation. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Appreciate you guys and great work. Bye now.